Hey there guys, Shinichi here. I'm here today in Koenji, a young and hip bohemian part of Tokyo. Koenji is just a short train ride away from Shinjuku and is one of the most popular places to come and live. Koenji is also famous for its numerous music clubs, dozens of used clothing stores, and many indie shops selling everything you can imagine. Additionally, all your essentials are here. You got your supermarkets, you got your eating places, and very good nightlife, which makes it a great place to live. Now, today we're going to be talking about how to break ice when meeting new people. Now, this should be really interesting because I feel that our approach to this topic is quite different from other countries. And I'm also going to be meeting my friend Satoshi to help me out with this at one of my favorite cafes in this area. Now, this is a typical shotengai, also known as a Japanese shopping street, and Koenji has at least 5 of them. Now, this is an essential part of the local experience. Each shotengai has its own flavor and vibe, and strolling along these shotengais of Koenji is one of my favorite things to do on the weekend. Now, some of the cafes, the best cafes in the city, can be found on this street right here. Many of the nicest used clothing stores are here as well. Now, this particular cafe I'm taking you guys today is away from the town center, and you wouldn't know about this place unless you knew a local. But you guys got me now. You're welcome. Okay, so here we are. Here we are. Welcome to my favorite cafe in all of Koenji. So this place right here is called Coffee Cone. It is one of my favorite places to come for coffee and for something sweet. The owner takes pride in everything he does and what he offers. In fact, many people from abroad visit this shop and they keep coming back because he is such a friendly guy. Alright, so I think we're ready to go in. Okay? You ready, guys? Let's go in. Let's see. Hello!
Hi, konnichiwa.
Konnichiwa! How are you? Good to see you again. This is Onishi-san, the owner of Coffee Cone. Really friendly guy. Thanks for having us again today. Okay, and this is Satoshi, my friend, who's agreed to help me out.
Hello.
Hi. And Satoshi, I see that you've already ordered for us. Okay, so here we go. Let's see. Here we have, let me show you guys what we ordered. This is what this place is known for. So he got me the matcha latte. Check it out. I love this. Thank you very much. What did you get, Satoshi? What is this?
This is cute sprinkled coffee cone.
Coffee cone. I think that's espresso, maybe. As you can see, guys, these are not your ordinary coffee drinks. No, sir. Check these out. They come served in these custom-made ice cream cones that are lined with chocolate on the inside, and that prevents the liquid from leaking out. And the chocolate adds a really nice sweetness to the drinks, and you don't have to add any sugar, and even the cones themselves are super delicious. Now, they also serve delicious sandwiches and very rich soft serve, and I like to add the soft serve into my cone after I'm done with my drinks. Now, let's get into the topic of icebreakers. Now, first of all, I have no problem talking with strangers. I think it has something to do with my upbringing as I grew up in America. And Satoshi, since you were born and raised here in Japan, and you are much more of a typical Japanese than I am, let me ask you this. How would you approach talking to a stranger in, say, a coffee shop like this one? What would you say? And what are certain things you would never say to a stranger that might be considered rude or taboo?
Oh, well. First, if I am in a coffee shop like this one, it would be terribly awkward to talk to someone I don't know, even if they're sitting next to me. But if you really want to get to know the person, I guess you could ask them something like, that looks delicious, and then continue with what you are drinking or what you are eating.
Right.
If we weren't in a coffee shop and were on a tour bus with strangers, it could ask my next door neighbor about the weather.
The weather, okay.
Even for business, we usually break the ice with what the weather is like. This is very common and preferred way for Japanese.
I see. Well, I do notice that a lot of people here do talk about the weather a lot. I do notice that.
Weather is something that everyone can talk about. Japanese people like to start off with something gentle.
Gentle, like the weather.
Like the weather.
Right. Okay. So that that's true. I think. Now, could you tell me 3 common places where people gather to socialize and try to get to know each other? Yeah.
I don't know. This is a difficult one.
It is actually. It is.
Bars and clubs would be one place you could meet people. But if you go to a Japanese pub like an izakaya, you don't usually go there to meet people.
That's so true. That's so true.
Nothing comes to mind.
Nothing comes to mind. Yeah. I noticed that here in Tokyo, it's a lot more difficult to make friends with strangers than, say, Osaka or Hiroshima, where the people are a lot more open. Would you say that this is true?
I think so. People in Osaka are famous for being super friendly. The person in Hiroshima too, and Okinawa.
That's so true. That's so true.
The people in Tokyo are more reserved, I think. And many people don't really like to talking to strangers.
Yeah, that's true. I've noticed that, when I moved back here to Tokyo. I'm a sociable person by nature, and I noticed that when I'm here in Tokyo, I really have to force myself to be a little bit more reserved. I feel like I might scare them away if I suddenly start up a conversation with them, but in Osaka, I have no problem chatting up my neighbor because they make it so much easier. Usually, they are the ones that start the conversation, so it's so different from the experience you get here. Next question. How do locals act towards foreigners? Would they feel uncomfortable if a foreigner started a conversation with them, for example?
In Tokyo, perhaps because there are more foreigners living here, I think there is no problem. If you are a foreigner, I think most Tokyo people will not think you are strange.
I see.
They know you are from a different country, so they don't expect you to follow the same rules as Japanese.
I see. Okay, that makes a lot of sense because I'm Japanese, but I actually get treated as a Japanese, but sometimes a foreigner. Anyway, one more question. Are there any topics we should avoid talking about?
You should never ask personal questions to a stranger,
okay.
such as age, personal appearance, or statistics.
I see.
Like how much do you weigh or how tall are you? We also try to avoid talking about politics. Most people don't like that.
Yeah.
If you are talking about member of the opposite sex, many don't like being asked about where they live or what they are for a living.
Oh, what they do for a living. I see, like your work, right? Okay, well, thank you, Satoshi. I agree with everything you say, and I see that it's actually true in the city. I've actually asked some of those things in the past, and I got the strangest looks from people. I do want to add, guys, that people in Tokyo tend to be on the reserve side and like to keep to themselves. So starting up a conversation with strangers here isn't the easiest thing to do. For example, like Satoshi mentioned, people in Osaka are super friendly, and it's definitely easier to chat up your neighbors in that particular city, which is one reason why I love visiting Osaka. It's a city just like Tokyo, but the people are much more approachable in my opinion. Now, having said that, it's not impossible to do even in Tokyo, and if you approach them with politeness and friendliness, and perhaps learn a few lines of Japanese like konnichiwa, which means hello, you'll be making new friends in no time. So thank you so much, Satoshi, for helping me out today.
Pleasure.
Really appreciate it, and thank you guys for watching. I'd like to thank you for sharing your thoughts with me, and I cannot wait to talk to you guys again on my next check-in session, which is on January 16th at 9 p.m. Singapore time or 10 p.m. Japan time, when I will be talking about the 5 apps I cannot live without. I'll also be trying to be teaching an older person how to use some of them. Oh boy. Don't forget to follow and like CNA Lifestyle for the latest updates and new videos. For more info on the series and more videos like this one, go to www.channelnewsasia.com/check-in. Now don't go away, because the next show is starting right after this one. Take care, everybody, and I'll see you guys real soon. Bye-bye.